The U.S. government is exploring options on how it would be able to continue to provide consular support and facilitate departures for those who wish to leave Afghanistan after the end of this month. Steve Herman has more from the White House.
At the Defense Department, State Department, and here at the White House, officials are continuing to focus on the accomplishments and rebut criticism that the United States could end up stranding thousands of people who are on Washington's priority list for evacuation from Afghanistan after an August 31st deadline. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki among those, pointing to 82,000 evacuees from Kabul airport since the middle of this month.
We're on track to have the largest U.S. airlift in history, and I think that speaks for itself.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says those still in Afghanistan after August 31st and desiring to depart will not be forgotten. Steve Herman, VOA News, at the White House.
An official says Poland has ended its evacuations from Afghanistan as the clock ticks down on dramatic Western efforts to help people flee. AP's Charles de Ledesma has more.
A Polish official says a group of people taken from Kabul who are now in Uzbekistan are the last evacuated by Poland, adding the nation made its decision to not continue operations after consulting with the US and British officials. President Joe Biden declared he's sticking to his August 31 deadline for completing the American pullout, as the Taliban insisted he must. That ramps up pressure on an already risky airlift to get out as many people as possible in the coming days. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The House of Representatives committee investigating the January insurrection at the U.S. Capitol is demanding a trove of records from federal intelligence and law enforcement agencies. AP's Ed Donahue reports.
The records are from federal intelligence and law enforcement agencies. It includes information about planning and funding for rallies held in Washington leading up to the riot.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Among them is an event at the Ellipse, January 6th, near the White House. Then President Donald Trump spoke.
We will never give up. We will never concede.
Committee members are also considering asking for phone records of several people, including members of Congress, to try to determine who knew what about the unfolding riot and when they knew it. The committee also wants information about pushing the then president's claim of election fraud. Ed Donahue, Washington.
Sydney's coronavirus infections soared to a pandemic high on Wednesday as officials urged people to get vaccinated and curb hospitalizations. Reuters' Ryan Chang reports.
New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian urged more people to get vaccinated to ease the strain on the health system.
We've made the point that the most important figure moving forward is the rate of vaccination, and that remains the case. As soon as we hit all those milestones, we will have those extra freedoms.
Despite enforcing 2 months of lockdowns, Sydney is grappling to contain the most recent Delta variant outbreak. Police have been deployed on the streets to enforce social distancing rules as the federal government urges people to get vaccinated. The government has said when the target is reached of 70% of the population above 16 fully vaccinated, restrictions will be relaxed.
That's Reuters' Ryan Chang. Drug maker Pfizer is asking the Food and Drug Administration to approve booster shots for its COVID-19 vaccine. AP's Ben Thomas reports.
Pfizer's two-shot vaccine received full regulatory approval from the FDA this week for Americans ages 16 and older. Now the company says it started the approval process for a third dose and expects to complete its application by the end of this week. Pfizer's vaccine is still under an emergency use authorization for ages 12 to 15. I'm Ben Thomas.
A federal appeals court Wednesday upheld Dylan Roof's conviction and death sentence for the 2015 racist slayings of 9 members of a black South Carolina church. Authorities have said that Roof opened fire during the closing prayer of a Bible study at the church, raining down dozens of bullets on those assembled.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.